Tudip's ATP podcast. I'm Sonal, and today I'm really excited to bring you a conversation that sits right at the intersection of partner enablement, learning at scale, and driving real business impact. Joining me today is Denilson Camilo, Senior Director of Global Partner Enablement at Databricks. Denilson brings a wealth of experience in building, scaling partner ecosystems. He has played a pivotal role in shaping how enablement today drives adoption, consistency, and growth across the partners. Denison, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for the opportunity to be here in front of your customers. More than happy to talk more about how you guys are bringing value to the partner ecosystem.
Thank you. So, Denison, I'm sure our viewers would love to learn a little bit more about you. Partner enablement has become one of the most critical levers that organizations these days utilize to scale, to grow, and to drive the adoption. So, if you could share a little bit on the broader vision of Databricks around partner ecosystem, please share a little bit on your vision about the purpose and the direction on the partner enablement program.
I think super important mention that partners as a key part of our whole business, right? So look, if you look for the growth the company are looking for the next couple of years, there is no way that we can make this happen if you don't have a solid partner ecosystem, right? So partners are the cornerstone in the sense that they are the people in front of our customers. They are the people responsible for do the implementations. They are the people responsible to the high quality of the implementations that we are going to do at customers. We used to say that if you have a wonderful technology, but the people who are working to deploy that technology and show the value to customers are not equipped, the technology is nothing, right? So, and on that sense, our partner ecosystem is super important. One more time, this company is growing 65% year over year. But we need to grow so much more on the partner because we cannot sustain that growth with only internal people. So partners for us is a mantra, right? So we must to have partners engaged on the deployments and the delivers at the risk to not be able to provide the delivered growth that we need to do in the market. That's the best definition for how we see partners, right? So we used to say a word that partners first, right? So definitely, I think this is true on the sense that they how important they are on our business growth moving forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. And Denison, now I would like to narrow down that lens a little bit and talk more on the execution part. So, Tudip has had the opportunity to work with you closely on the Databricks trainer led enablement for partners. I would love to hear your perspective on what effective ATP engagement really looks like in practice.
That's another good question, right? So first of all, I would like to acknowledge that you guys are doing a really good job, right? So the people that you are placing on the part to serve our partners, they are super qualified. They are really good. We are super happy with the quality of the people that you guys are placing for us. And I like to say two things to me. I think two major dimensions are highlights for me on the people that we are providing. I think the first one is the level of knowledge, the level of expertise, right? So, sometimes become a trainer can have, people can have the notion, oh, people know the technology, people can read emails and they can talk. But it's super far from this, right? So, and I think you guys are doing a good job because it's beyond of it, reading a presentation, right? So people need to have real knowledge. People need to have real experience, right? So they are delivering classes, it's not about only go this because, especially in partners, look, because they are training the engineers from the partners. That means the people who are going to be a real hands-on doing the implementation. So the knowledge is a key aspect of what you guys are providing. So, and I feel that you guys are doing a really good job. The people are super knowledgeable, right? So we see, for example, when they are delivering classes, they are able to answer questions that is not even related to the content that they are present at the time, right? So, and this only happened because the knowledge, the background, the previous formation, this is super important, and you guys are providing people like this. And I think the second portion of this is how flexible are the people that you guys are placing here, right? So on my specifically business, the partner business, flexibility is all, right? So I need, for example, deliver training in the time that partners, the individuals, they are not delivering projects. Sometimes it's in the evening. Sometimes this can eventually can be in the weekends, right? So can be in little blocks of 2 hours each, right? So the flexibility to do this is something is super, super important. And we are super happy also with the fact that your people is flexible. We switch time zones and we see topics, right? So in some cases, this flexibility even include people be able to deliver things that are not part of the core shell, right? So they need to reinvent themselves in order to better serve the customers that in my case is a partner. So I think those two aspects are super important. They are critical for our business, and I do feel that you guys are doing a really, really good job, right? So and definitely this is a differentiation that we take in consideration all the time.
Thank you so much. So, moving on to the third section, and I think this is something that you would vouch for as very critical for Databricks and for you. Enablement at scale only works when quality and consistency are non negotiable. In the next section, I would like to dive a little bit more on what Databricks thinks about measurable, standard, and continuous improvements across the ATP led trainings globally.
Another good question. I'd like to say, so now that, again, there is no discussion about the importance of the quality, right? So there is nothing if there is no quality embedded in this one. And I do feel that on that sense, for us, I think that is an aspect that you can take in consideration is the fact that my audience, my customer partners, they know who we are. They are not like coming here as anonymous. They know exactly. They knew. So I want you making sure that the people who are going to that deliver are ready. So when we do the engagement, we know the customer know exactly what is the project that the people who are going to be trained are going to working on, how is the level and things like. So the relationship between the deliver and the people who are taking is super high, right? So it's not anonymous, right? So that means the quality even is even more important on that side, right? So because the expectation from my customer is that that deliver is going to be enough to make my people capable to do that deliver that is important for my company. So that means this is a super high bar, right? So that means and it's easy to test, right? So because if after that session we are not able, the people are not able to deliver, is because something happened, right? So that means so I think that's a good nuance on my business on the quality, right? So the quality is all. If the trainer are not able to articulate and to answer questions, not those who are only on the content that they are delivering, but the content, the questions that is related to the deliver, that in some cases, again, is not even part of the core training, we are failing. You know, I think we used to tell something here is that training only makes sense because they will make partners ready to deliver the job. That means it's not about the slide, it's not about what, these need to be 100% aligned with that one. And if you don't have equality, if the people that you have are not there able to do this, there is no business. That is a no starter, right? So, and I think this aspect of the quality I ought to highlight on your people. And of course, this brings their credibility, right? So, and one more time, they are not anonymous. So any mistake that they make, it's the
Right.
Databricks reputation in front of the customer, in front of the partner, and worse, more hard in front of the customer themselves, right? So again, quality no negotiable, and one more time, we are happy with the quality of the people that we are bringing to us.
Thank you very much, and very well said. I would now like to move slightly towards the outcome because that sort of completes the whole circle. So, ultimately, the goal of the enablement is to create confident partners who can go on to deliver, like you were saying. From your vantage point, I would love to explore how training directly influences the performance and Databricks' go-to-market success. If you could share a little bit over there.
Of course, I can give a high level answer to this about this to you. Um, what we do here at Databricks is that, as I mentioned before, we align the training, the execution of the training with the project that the partners are going to do in some capacity, right? So, and then what we do really is that we mapping the performance of the people based on the delivery that they are doing on their side, right? So that means, in other words, is not hard to understand. this population, this crew here that are delivering that project for that customer on that partner are doing a better project. And better project means we know how many escalations we do have, right? So how many projects that we are seeing outside of control, or how faster they are going, how faster they are driving the consumption of Databricks. And we can align this with the train execution. So in other words, we, as one more time, we are not doing B2C here, we do B2B. So it's a win-win game, right? So, and we talk to partners, we know how the project is going, most of them, at least those most important, and we quickly can understand which training and things like that. So that's the way that we see the impact of the training on the business, right? So, and also in our ability to continue to grow. I'm not saying, of course, we don't do this for 100% of the trainings, but we have a good set of a good sample data that shows us that people trained, people well trained, do a better job delivering complex projects to customers. And this is definitely something that we have as a high level standard. And one more time, we appreciate your collaboration on that aspect as well.
Thank you so much, and very well said. It has to be a Databricks standard, because if it's not, it's not worth it. Finally, Denilson, we are moving towards the closure, but I wanted to hear a little bit on your personal front. And I know you've said this a couple of times here, but you've been at the forefront of designing and scaling enablement programs for multiple organizations. To our listeners here who are looking to have an ATP partner, would you recommend Tudip to them, or what are your thoughts?
Of course, again, one more time, I do feel that we feel super comfortable with the fact that you guys are always, looking for the right people on the right level. You guys always are here to mitigate, last minute changes and things like that. So based on the quality of the work, based on the capacity of you guys to manage now of in the daily basis, right? So and deliver high standard projects for our high standard trainings for our partners, definitely I think it's a company that I can definitely have it for other companies.
Thank you so much, Denilson. It has been an incredibly insightful conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your strategic, practical perspective behind Databricks and partner enablement journey. Your insights into the quality, collaboration, and leadership offer the guidance not just for the ATP, but for anyone who is looking to build and having the organization at scale. On behalf of Tudip and for the entire ATP community who's hearing us today, we would like to thank you for joining us today and for sharing your insights. And to all our listeners who were tuning in, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the conversation and it sparked some new ideas on how the enablement can drive meaningful and impactful partner ecosystem. We look forward to having you and join us again in the next episode. Thank you so much. That's all from us today.